Hi, hello. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me well. We are live in the Mentoring for Translators Facebook group. I'm broadcasting for the first Q&A today, and of course we're going to be together on a daily basis here for the upcoming days. So feel free to join me live, hop on, wherever you're watching me from in the group. So to have a discussion, and I'm here because you asked me so to actually answer some questions and that you would like some more details regarding the program yesterday that we went live. So let me know where you're watching from. We're going to spend some minutes. I'm going to answer all of your questions today. Let me know if the sound, if the picture is okay, if you can hear me well, if the sound, if the network. And of course, use the chat below and let me know where you're watching from. I would really love to know where you're watching from. Hello, I see that you're joining. Yesterday, we're going to talk about the actual program. Yesterday, we gave the anchor of the masterclass, Master Your LinkedIn Sales, and there was a huge interest. Already 5 spots have been taken of the 3-month mentoring program. So if you're really interested in joining this program, definitely, okay, you can actually book a call with me right away, okay, to discuss your own case, or join me live and use the chat below to ask me anything. So you can use the comments below this video and let me know if you have any kind of questions. So apart from going through all of your frequently asked questions, and I have gathered some questions that you asked me yesterday in our live presentation of the masterclass, I'm going also to have today 2 special guests, and I'm so happy. And tomorrow I have new guests, so I'm not going to be alone on a daily basis. And yes, because I think I can answer your questions, but most probably you might have been, I don't know, bored listening to me talking about the program. I thought it is better to actually bring someone who has taken the course, and they can bring, their own point of view and aspect of working with me. And of course, more people on a daily basis will be joining us. So stay tuned until the end of this session because we're going to have special guests. And of course, because I always do that, and I think it's a great opportunity to meet the new participants. So if you would like to find out with whom you're going to work together, and of course, for me, it's a great opportunity to get to know all of you before I start working with you, so as to be able to tailor the content based on the participants' needs. That's what I do. Then it's the perfect scenario case to actually meet the participants. So we're going to have new participants today and tomorrow, and of course use the chat below to ask me anything. If you were yesterday during the live masterclass on Sunday, I gave an anchor, or last Thursday, you know that I opened the doors for the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System, which is actually the sequel, the successor of the Fully Booked Translator Formula, or we can rename it, as the Fully Booked LinkedIn Fully Booked Translator Formula, or Fully Booked Translator Formula using LinkedIn. Because for the upcoming 3 months, we're going to work on a weekly basis together to help you become fully booked with your ideal clients, high-paying clients, using only LinkedIn. So if you would like to have a system in place that will bring you on a consistent basis clients in front of your door, and you don't need to be active on a daily basis, okay? You don't need, for example, to have that on marketing strategy. If you've seen on previous lives that I have hosted previous participants of my 3-month business mentoring programs, they have stated that just 10 minutes per day, okay, it has helped them to reach 10K months, or some of them that they were able to reach 10K months working from home, they just use LinkedIn only for 10 minutes per day. So use the chat below and let me know where you're watching from. I would really love to see you. So I see people joining in. So hello, and let me know where you're watching from. I really am curious. And of course, use the chat below to ask me any kind of questions. At the end of this session, of course, I'm going to actually present previous participants where you can ask them directly your own questions. And of course, new participants, okay? We have Ilana and Federico today, so they're going, to present themselves, and of course, a great opportunity to get to know with each other. So use the comments below and let me know if you have any questions. And of course, I'm starting covering those questions because I really want to introduce the new participants and Ilana as a previous participant today. So let me know if you can see the slide, if the picture the sound is okay. Okay. So I'm not going to focus a lot on the features, but because many of you asked me you couldn't join the actual masterclass and there is not going to be a replay, the actual replay is in the Facebook group, the Mentoring for Translators group, and you can watch it until midnight. I have here one slide where you can actually, this is a framework of the program, okay, the modules, the things that we're going to cover during the 3 months. Of course, we can add more things according to the needs of the participants, because for me, the main if we can say intent is actually to meet the participants' needs and to actually be able during those 3 months to cover all the participants' needs in terms of marketing, branding. So yes, additional things will be covered according to the participants' needs. And of course, I'm going into detail shortly. So 3-month program, okay, you see 3 columns here with the things that we're going to cover. Of course, ICA, as you see the abbreviation, the ideal client avatar. And for those that you're struggling, to define your clients, we're going through the first 2 weeks. You will have a clear idea of who your ideal client is. And of course, define your unique selling proposition, because I know that's the most challenging exercise, and also there is a free exercise that you can join. And of course, the exercises of the masterclass are going to be deleted, but you still have 1 more week. So if you miss the preparation exercise, the 3rd one is about the unique selling proposition. I'm covering in a different aspect in this program on how to use them strategically for LinkedIn, so as both you to attract through keywords your ideal client, also to educate the LinkedIn algorithm to show and boost your visibility to the right audience, your ideal clients, and of course, when your ideal clients visit your profile, to see that you are the go-to expert. Of course, we're going to optimize your online presence based on search engine optimization rules. And this method has helped previous participants to actually increase the visibility of their online profiles and LinkedIn profiles by even 900% more views. Can you even imagine that? And of course, you're going to get all of your questions, because there were so many questions during the masterclass about how to start a natural conversation, how, to have, going on conversation, and how to continue the conversation without being zealous. So I'm sharing with you in the program, specific templates that I have gathered. They really work. They really convert. I've been using them. So everything I'm teaching you, I have used them first. I've seen the results. I have used with people, and I've been, teaching this program since 2016, so many years. So definitely, I always upgrade the material that I'm using based on the feedback that I get. So it's the best program yet. Okay, that's why I call it my upgraded signature program. Of course, we are going, to become familiar with the search engine of LinkedIn, which 100% connected with Google search engine. We're going to become familiar with the search button bar there, so as you to be able to have targeted searches. Of course, we're going to find the decision maker today together. And of course, we're going to contact your ideal clients during the program. I was in a session previously of another mentoring program I'm teaching currently. And yes, I think the main concern of the people is actually, how am I going to do this? How am I going to contact clients? I feel, so if you feel like that, if you feel that you lack confidence, definitely this program, this is why I created in such a structure and format, so as to be able to implement together. And of course, you will learn how to nurture the relationship with them, because it's not only about connecting with them, adding them to your network. What's next? And because you asked me, I have added since the last time I ran this program, the Create Content for Your Clients module, where we actually, talk about content ideas, how to create content marketing styles, all the basics, and all the, if we can see, structure of your content marketing strategy. You can have it ready, even publish your first piece of content, and you can learn LinkedIn algorithm, okay, how it works and hacks. Of course, we're going to explore the Sales Navigator. The paid version of LinkedIn is so powerful. It has an integrated CRM system. I've been using it myself, so I'm going to disclose everything that I do for my business. And we're going to talk about, automation process and tools that will really help you, to boost your activity and to reach results like 10K months, or reaching, 2,000 clients per, like in 2 weeks. Or myself, I was able to contact 8,000 clients in 2 months. So if you want such results, definitely those tools would be really helpful. But I'm here to answer all the questions that I gathered through the 2 days of the masterclass that I ran this last week. And I'm here to answer them. If there's any question missing here that you would like to ask me, definitely use the chat below and let me know. I can answer it right now and add it also on the slides. But let's start with your questions, and use the comments below and let me know if you have any more questions about this program. So most common questions: when does the 12-week program start? As I always mention, before I start the program, I will send you an onboarding form that I would ask you to fill that in. It's a very, not that long form, doesn't take you too long to fill that in, but it's really helpful for me. Apart from tailoring the content of the program to your own needs based on your background and your goals, I will always ask your availability there, because for me, it's really important for you to join me live during the sessions. So it will start the week June 6th, okay? That's when the program starts. What days and time will run? Very common questions. Again, based on your replies to this onboarding form, I'm going to adjust the days and times based on your availability. Usually it's in the afternoon, like 5 p.m. Central European time, so as to be able, all of us, to join, because usually I have people from the US and yes, other continents, Canada, and of course, I think I had from India as well, and West Africa. So yes, I try to manage all the time zones, and usually that's the time, and it's 1 hour per week. So yes, we can do it and all of us meet there, but let me know if you need, more details on that. Okay, how the program will be developed if I choose to implement it during 1 year instead of 3 months. Of course, you can implement it during a whole year duration. That's why I have also the annual alumni. So those that they graduate, they can join. And also Ileana, that will be joining us later on, is a member. So she can say her own, opinion on this. But definitely for me, the 3 months are a great starting point for you to implement while you are in a safe community of like-minded colleagues who are pursuing the same goals, similar goals like yours, getting new clients, promoting themselves as a go-to expert, positioning, messaging clients. And that's the best for me, timing to start, testing the waters to see what works or not, so as to have my help, to help you to evaluate the results and to review your process and to see if there is anything that is needed to be adjusted. Then the actual content of those 3 months will remain at your disposal for a whole year, which means, yes, okay, you test it, we review it, we adjust it. Some of you already, okay, become fully booked before the program ends, okay, or reaching your financial goals before the program ends. But definitely for those that you would like, to take it slower, or to be able, to integrate it in your daily activities, then definitely, running and implementing the process that you will set up during the 3 months, yes, you can do it over the whole year. And actually, you can get access, okay? Any kind of time you get access right away to the videos, the trainings, the modules, the resources, our calls for a whole year, so as to get back and readjust if anything is needed. But for me, I would like you to understand that these 3 months, that we're going to work together will really establish the base. Like we're going to create a process and system for your own business, and that's the difficult part. As soon as you have this process and system ready, and we have checked that it really works and brings you, okay, the desirable results, then you just need to go there per 10 minutes per day, or as much as you want, spend on the platform to actually have it running. So yes, the 3-month program is an intensive program, okay? We're going to set up the system to make it work for you and your own business and your ideal clients, but then it's up to you, how often you are going there to be active. And I totally encourage you to be on a daily basis on LinkedIn active, like at least 10 minutes, okay? So let me know if this is clear so far, or if you would like me to elaborate more. I see people joining us. Thank you so much. Use the comments below and let me know if you have any kind of questions, okay? Use the chat below to ask me anything. More questions that you asked me during the masterclass. Will the 6 group coaching sessions will be available only for the first 3 months? So again, there are 12 live sessions, okay? We are going live together, so no recordings, okay? It might be additional recordings as complementary material for you that you would like, to actually improve your knowledge on specific, different fields. But definitely the actual sessions that this program consists of are live sessions, which means that we're going to meet live on a weekly session for 1 hour. That's it, your obligation, 1 hour per week. Live sessions on Zoom. So there are 6 group coaching sessions and 6 group Q&A sessions, okay, on a weekly basis and for 12 weeks. So yes, they're going to be available for a whole year, okay, all of those group sessions. The one-to-one session, okay, that I have offered as a bonus to those that they sign up, so hurry up and take, the bonus, is actually, you know, for you. It's not going to be for the rest of the participants. But the person who asked this question, let me know if I really got it right, if I have answered your question, or if you would like me to, I don't know, expand a bit more on this question. But is this clear? Okay, so drop all of your questions in the chat. Yes, we're going to be live on a daily basis, but yes, I'm going to cover different things. I'm not going, you know, to talk about the same questions again and again. So let me know if this is clear so far, if you would like me to explain that more. But one live session on Zoom, okay, where it means that we are all of us, you know, live there and interacting with each other. So will I get support also after the 3 months of the program? The actual active support is actually for the 3 months. That's why the duration of the program is a 3-month program. That's where I'm next to you. We're doing everything together. You get a one-to-one accountability, even if, you know, it's a group program. But definitely, you know, after the 3 months, I don't disappear. Of course, I have people getting back to me, you know, asking a few questions, but usually because I need also your feedback. Okay, I need to get into a discussion with you just to be able to provide, you know, tailored to your own needs and personalized support and replies. I need to go on a call with you. So it's not, you know, easy to get support if we are not, you know, in a live session together. That's the missing part. But again, because you've been asking, so, and I always take into consideration your feedback during the program and after the program, I always ask for your feedback because I create these programs just to meet participants' needs, okay? And to have 100% of completion rate and all of you to complete it. I take into consideration your feedback. So I have created the annual alumni because many of you have stated that you would really like to have me next to you after the 3 months program. So you have the opportunity, you have the chance, okay? If you feel that after the 3 program, okay, and you need more support or you really enjoy the community and you would really like to get access to the community, you know, for a whole year while you implement your marketing activities, then yes, you still have this chance by joining the alumni. It has a small cost, you know, in comparison to the 3-month program, and definitely it's worth it. And of course, we can ask Ileana, again, is going to be with us here, who is a graduate of both of my 3-month programs and actually a member of the annual alumni. So feel free to ask Ileana at the end of this session anything, you know, related to the 3-month program or the annual alumni or any kind of extra support that you think. So who is going to teach? That's a great question. There's a typo here, sorry for that. So who is going to teach? Imagine, only me. I don't know why I get this question asked. Most probably someone, I don't know, they've read the terms and conditions where there's a clause for unexpected, you know, health issues or something like that. Yes, in such a case, but presenting all the classes on my own and having, you know, passed also COVID myself and health issues, I was always there live for people I work with, giving 100% of my energy, knowledge, you know, and participation. So there's nothing to worry that I will be replaced, at least up to now. And I think, yes, if you really get something by joining this program, is direct access to me on a weekly basis, you know, apart from the live sessions, 24 hours, 7 days per week, by actually, you know, having the support of the community where you can ask questions at any time. So apart from the live sessions, there is additional support for short questions, practical questions, technical questions in the group. Let me know if I have answered your questions. And of course, use the chat if there is anything else you would like to add. I will share the link to book a call with me, okay, at the end, and this is totally free of charge, complimentary, and no strings attached. We're not in the convincing, if we can say, business here. For me, it really makes sense to join a program only if you realize, if you know, okay, that really this helps actually helps you, you know, to actually achieve your goals. That's my main goal, also creating this program. So when does the early bird price expire? There was for 24 hours, you know, a special deal that actually has expired, okay? But the actual price, which is the special deal, was 1,500 euros, okay? It was for 24 hours and has expired, and many of you joined, you took advantage of it. So that has expired, and only there are a few people that they joined the Anchor Masterclass, and they are eligible for this discount because they didn't join the first round. Only for those that is valid until midnight tonight. The 1,800 euros, which you can find, in the link I will share in the chat, is valid until Thursday. So let me know if you still have questions about the pricing, but definitely, you can always send me an email at info@vmentoring.com. Okay, I will reply to that personally, so don't worry. As soon as possible, I'm always, live for you. So send me an email. Okay, I'm writing your email here in the chat at info@vmentoring.com. With any kind of questions, and of course I'm going to see if you're eligible or not of any other kind of discount. And of course, feel free, to book the call with me, to the calendar link I'm going to share with you in the chat, because there is a huge participation. I think this is the time that like half of the sessions, half of the spots of the program have already been gone, like the couple 2 first days that I launched the program. So definitely recommend, if you cannot find any slot available in the link I'm going to share, in the chat, send me again an email and let me know that there is no slot available based on your time zone, for example, or your schedule. So I can open a slot based on your availability. Okay. So for me, it's really important to understand that I really want to see if this is a program for you. And if, those sessions that I will be hosting here live with you today, if the guests that I'm going to bring, like as previous participants and new participants, and the reason why they joined and what is the main benefit for them, they don't like cover any kind of needs or questions you might have, feel free, to send me an email or to use the link I'm going to share in the chat to actually, find a slot for your own schedule. So is it going to be in a group? How does it work? Let me know if you still have this question. I think I have answered this question. So it's going to be in a group, but it's not going to be like the way that we did it, like in the masterclass, like you had closed cameras and you couldn't speak. You only wrote your questions in the chat. No, and of course, we're not going to be 500 people like we were live in the masterclass. It's going to be on Zoom, okay? But it's going to be on Zoom, like with open cameras and open microphones. So it's not that, difficult. And for me, why is that? Because it's a matter of chemistry, and communication. And I really want, to reassure that I will be able, to see each other, on a weekly basis, to see if you're okay, what's going on with your life, with your marketing. If you really, we build a relationship there. And I really want the cameras and the microphones on there. And that's why I encourage you to actually join live. Those who can join live all the sessions are those with the best results, either during the program or after the program. So don't underestimate. It's very powerful to join the live sessions and be there with me and not lose any kind of those sessions. But of course, I have more questions about if you miss, I have covered that as well. So yes, it's going to be in a group, a small group with open cameras on a Zoom calls and open microphones, so you can ask me anything and get personalized feedback and support. So Zoom call, yes. So what does a session look like? As a Zoom meeting, if you have attended one, so Zoom link, you click there, open cameras, open microphone, a private link, only for the paid members, closed, link where we meet on a weekly basis. But let me know if this is not clear yet. This is a very interesting question I got from you. So how do you work identifying the needs, And that's a great question, very, clever. Let me know if you still have this question. But for me, as I've been, describing, is actually the process that I use is 100% focused on actually identifying your needs, so me to be able to cover your needs and to be able to create a plan for you to achieve your goals. And I'm doing that by being live with you on a weekly basis, asking the right questions. The accountability forms and the onboarding form where you fill in and answer my questions there really help me, those both forms to actually keep you on track, with your progress, to see what you have achieved, what you haven't, where you need more work. And the onboarding form really helps me to identify where you stand with your business right now. What are your goals? What are your needs? And where you would like to go? And then based on the replies that I get there, I'm able, to tailor the content to teach you and give you instructions based on the goals that you would like to achieve, given that I know already, your current status of your business. But if this is not clear yet, definitely let me know, in the chat if you would like me to give you more feedback on this. Is everything okay? Is the sound? Is there a delay in the network? Because I cannot realize here from the platform that I broadcast. Stay until the end because we're having 2 guests today, and tomorrow new guests every day with a different guest. Okay, 2 guests today. A previous participant, okay, Ileana, very well known. She's going to share her experience working with me, her success story, because it's very, very inspiring. And of course, we're going to have one of the new participants who's actually very active and would like to join us, introduce themselves, and share with us why Federico joined this program and what do they expect. Because for me, the great part is actually building communities. And that's something I get as a compliment after any round that I complete, that everyone is satisfied 100% with the community. So great question, this one. I did a course about marketing for freelance translators. It was really helpful, but the trainer was only giving us lots of tips and ideas. I hadn't considered many of them, so it was good, but not very specific. That's the reason why I don't call my programs, as courses. Okay, you've never hear me, even if some people, they have, graduated, they might call them courses. Yes, because it is a lot of things, you will learn many things. I will be there showing you the way, but for me, I don't calling them courses because I don't show you generic, things to implement that you cannot adjust to your own business. On a weekly basis, all of the instructions and the feedback that you're going to receive are in such format, structure, so as you to be able to live any kind, the whole program, and of course, the weekly assignments, having them tailored to your own business, okay? The business model that you have and the types of clients you would like to get. So you don't get like instructions, how you should approach the clients, what to write to a client without knowing, okay? We're going together to create, okay, your own messages. And you will get feedback. You will test those messages. We're going to see if you get, the replies that you wish from your clients. So let me know if this clear, because for me, it's really, really important to understand that it's not a course, okay? I'm not going to teach you things that you will go alone and you will implement. I'm going to show you a process. We're going to adjust all the marketing materials based on your business model, your business background, and the goals that you would like to achieve for your business. And of course, you're going to implement another part that I think that's very, very different from any kind of courses, the fact that you implement. So we're not only going to create things and then you leave, okay, or you implement alone, which means like I'm not there next to you to help you along the way. No, you are going to implement. And that's why I'm encouraging people who join my program to be action takers, because you're going to take action. I've been, repeating myself saying that 90% is the mindset, but if there is the best mindset, in the world, and actually you don't take any kind of action to actually achieve those goals that you have in your mind, how do you expect to actually get results for your business or personal life? So for me, I have it as a taken for those that they join my program, that are action takers, that they're going to implement the things that we discuss, because there is no other way to test if this process that we, create in the program, the system that we have created for your own business really works or not. Plus, because you have been asking me, for example, for following up process. And if I have, templates for that, and I can tell you, I don't want to create following up, even if I have, some templates for follow-up messages. I cannot cover all of the clients, that exist out there. And of course, I cannot give you personalized support in such a way. But if during the program you actually implement and you contact your clients, I'm able, to give you personalized feedback and actually based on the replies of your clients to find the best way to get back to them so as to be able to secure ongoing conversation and actually book that deal. I have added, and that's the first time I do in this program, a sales script on how to go with a sales call, or booking, closing the deal with the client, because I've seen many of you struggle. And also the other thing that I have added is a discovery call script on how, to get a discovery call for your clients, because I saw during the masterclass that many of you actually asked me how that you would like to integrate in your marketing processes, client research and customer research, market research. So definitely this is something that I have integrated. so as to be able, to give you 360 support. But in case you don't need that, those things are complementary, and only those that they would like, to implement, practice, and integrate in their business activities can, take. If you feel overwhelmed, if you don't really want to do those things, you don't need to. Okay, let's go fast because I need to invite my first guest as soon as, I answer those questions. I would really like to have here Ileana and then Federico. Where do the sessions take place? On Zoom, online, because participants are from all over the world. Great questions. What if I cannot attend one live session? Yes, I've got you covered, okay? Because I really know that in between life things can happen. We have had COVID and other unexpected situations. So everything is going to be recorded, okay? And you get access to the recording right after the call. So yeah, and also those recordings, apart from having access to them right after the call ends, you get access to all of them for a whole year. Okay, so still, if you still have questions, book your free call, through the link I'm going to share in the chat to answer all of your questions, because for me, it's really, really important to know that this program is for you, okay? Let me know in the chat if you have any more questions about that. Book a free call with me, send me an email. There are plenty of ways, or join me live here. I'm going live daily, ladies. Do you plan on offering another session later this year? This is a great question, because I think, Caroline, someone told me I'm going to get into the next round in autumn. No, I'm not going to run again this. Okay, I have created a plan for all myself as well, so as to be able to give you, 100% of my energy. I don't want, to be distracted. And because also I'm fully booked with my VIP one-to-one program and the annual alumni, I have figured out how and how often I need to run those programs so as to build them in such a way to bring you the maximum of your results. So it will be like 2 times per year, okay? So the next round will run in 2023, based on my calculations. So why to postpone your success? If you know already that this program can really help you to become fully booked, to find high-end clients, to save you so much time, okay? Because you are going, for example, to spend only 10 minutes per day, and you will be in direct contact with your ideal clients. So what's the difference between a course and this program? I don't really want to go into that detail because I covered that, but feel free to reach me out. It's not a course, it's an implementation program. You're going to implement together. You're going to adjust all the material to your own needs. And yes, I'm starting out translator. Can I still join the program? I think as a starting out translator, and Ileana, will be most probably the best to answer, even if she's not a starting out translator, but she has, direct experience. I think if you are a starting out translator, this program will be, more beneficial for you, because you, apart from myself, you will be benefited, by the other participants who are more experienced from all over the world. You can brainstorm ideas, you can build collaborations, long-term relationships between the members. And definitely as a starting out translator, I can guarantee that by the end of this program, as I know from the previous participants, you will have all of your questions answered. You will have all of your material ready, from your website, portfolio, CV, cover letter, LinkedIn profile, everything that for me, it took me years and years to actually have this material ready. And by having it ready, I mean like in such a way that it would really work. So you create everything that is needed, and you can have that ready by the end of this program. So yes, as a starting out translator, I think this program, even if it sounds a bit of advanced, I think has even more benefits. Okay, but feel free to use the link that I shared in the chat. Okay, and book a call with me or send me an email if you still have questions, just to review your own case study. I know my ideal clients in theory, but not in practice. Can the ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system help me? 100%. Okay, that's what we're going to do the first 2 weeks. Okay, we cover the ideal client, avatar. You get worksheets, you get material additional, to the lives with me. Of course, I'm going to review, and it's going to be, a fascinating exercise, because of most of the participants, they've never, approached this kind of marketing exercise the way that I approach it in the program. So it will be an eye-opening, exercise and approach. And apart from having a crystal clear idea on your ideal client, the content that you're going to include in the exercises will be so useful, and we're going to use it in so many different ways so as to attract those clients getting back to you without you needing to do any prospecting. So yes, this program actually uses also inbound lead generation processes. Yes, I think previously mentioned that. Does the ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system go through the whole sales process? not just lead generation, but follow-up as well. I think I covered that, but I don't know, because I promise I will bring Ileana if she's here and you would like to join for the last questions, because you know, I might sound, I don't know, it's different, you know, for me that I have created the program to give you a concrete answer, different, you know, someone that has already, you know, graduated for both of my programs and still works with me and still she has achieved her goal, reaching 10K months. So Ileana, are you here with me? Let me know in the chat, and I'm going shortly to send you, you know, the link to join us. I don't want you to delay you or the next guest. So let me know, Ileana, if you're here, and I'm going to use, you know, Messenger to send you the link. And also, Federico, if you're here, after Ileana, of course, I'm going to invite the new members. For me, the whole sales process really works, and it's covered during the program, because that's how the people that become fully booked in less than 3 months, they get fully booked, so they close the deal, which means this program really goes through the whole sales process. But still, because I know that you really struggle with the follow-up, you really struggle, you know, with the actual selling calls and the sales calls, and you know, then definitely I have integrated, you know, in the program, as I already told you, I have integrated the sales script, which is something really new, and I have integrated also the discovery calls, you know, script, and the last thing, I think, the market research. So definitely, I think I have covered you like more than 360%. But still, if there is anything that you think that I haven't added, I'm open, you know, to give you that support. So don't worry, because based on the participants' needs, I add the things. So you get follow-up messages, you get my support there, you know, to actually follow up according to your client's replies, and you're able to become fully booked in less than 3 months. And to actually prove you that in the last round, 2 of the participants were able to reach 10K months, become fully booked, reach their full capacity with projects before the program ends. Okay, so given the results that I get, the tangible results from people, okay, that I have been working with, yes, the whole sales process is covered. But still, if you have something specific in your mind that you would like me to cover and check if I cover it, feel free to contact me directly or use the chat below. And those are the ways that you can contact me. So you can book a one-to-one call with me, no strings attached. Use the calendar link that I'm sharing in the chat, or email me. Plus, if you really want to meet me, okay, and to get to know with each other, and you cannot find any slot available in the link that I'm sharing in the chat, feel free to email me at the info@vmentoring.com, where I will be able to open a slot based on your own availability. So what do you think? Let me know in the chat. And I have invited Ileana. I have sent you the link. Let me know if you're here with us. Okay, Ileana, she has received the link, so she will be shortly live with us. So use the chat below and let me know where you're watching from. I see some familiar faces here. And also, Federico, if you're here with us, let me know, so to be able, you know, to invite you after Ileana. Ileana, we're waiting for you. Amazing, we have Ileana here. Cool. So we have Ileana. I'm going to invite Ileana. Amazing.
Hi, Virginia.
Hi, I can hear you perfect. So let's see if I can change here a bit the layout so as to have okay, no, that's how I lose you. What if I go that way? No. Okay, let's go that way. I will close the slides. Hi, how are you? Can you see me? Can you hear me well?
Yes, perfectly.
Thank you so much for joining us live. And I know that you're so generous all the time, sharing your knowledge with the audience. But for me, I keep saying that. Yeah, you know, it's an opportunity that I give to all of the participants, but I know that, you know, some participants, they're introverts, they're not that extroverts, so they might not be able, you know, to take this opportunity. Sometimes the time zones or the work in between. Some people, they are afraid of the live, you know, because many of you told me that's the first time that you go live with me, but definitely I appreciate it. And I think that also you are a role model, because apart from the success stories that I'm going to share with you shortly to the people that they are watching us, you're the only one. Yes, also Erica, she has joined my one. You're the only one who has joined both of the 3-month mentoring programs, and you're the only one who, apart from joining the 3 mentoring programs, you were also the new one, the annual alumni. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Would you like to introduce yourself to those that they are, might don't know you already before we start with sharing your inspirational stories and your experience working with me in the programs?
Sure, with pleasure. So I'm Ileana Cari. I'm the founder and the owner of Studio Soluzioni Ileana Cari. And I am in the business since 2006. And a couple of years ago, so due to the pandemic, I felt stuck. And that's why I decided to join the Fully Booked Translator Formula in order to, yes, to revamp, let's say, my activity. And
You were an interpreter, which means that you were in a country that was hit by the pandemic, the first one. You were also an interpreter, which means that you used to find your clients during live events, which all of them were canceled. So it was a tricky period, not only for you, but your whole country, and especially the interpreters all over the world. So I think many people will relate with your story here.
yes, because I used to work both on translations and on interpreting, for example, on exhibitions, meetings, and so on. So any type of live event. And so, due to the to the situation, so I was forced to focus all my efforts towards translation.
Exactly.
And then, thanks to the Ultimate LinkedIn prospecting formula, I
The
I
second program.
gained many connections through LinkedIn, and yes, so I obtained many results, and this would be impossible without attending the mentoring programs.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this and being so generous. Of course, Ileana is here to answer any kind of questions. So feel free to ask Ileana anything that you would like, because it's her own opinion. Okay. So I would prefer, to have another opinion apart from my own. Okay. Here, because I created the program, I might not be that objective. And also let me know, Ileana, if you would really like to help me answer the last question, which I really found interesting. And I was thinking maybe also, you're better candidate to answer that. Someone asked me, so two questions. One question was, someone asked me during the masterclass if we cover, for example, creating marketing material like portfolios, and I think that's best candidate to answer such a question because you've made such a great process there for your own business during, I think, the LinkedIn prospecting system. So I mentioned, for example, in the masterclass that we cover, most of the marketing materials, and of course, based on the participants' needs. We create anything that is needed, from portfolios, CVs, cover letters. There is a bonus training about CV writing, and definitely the portfolios that the participants created during the round that you were participants were amazing. Okay, and for free, which means that you don't need to hire someone. You don't need to follow complicated, process to do so. What's your opinion about covering those things in the program? Was it something that you felt that covered your needs? For example, did we create, marketing material for you?
Yes, I'm absolutely satisfied because, I also had some CVs that were really very old and were not updated. And I created some specific CVs for each specialization. And that was a really a game changer, because now I have all my CVs that are perfectly structured and targeted to this particular type of audience. And so thanks also to the new CVs, and I created, for example, a company profile, a portfolio with some examples of my past jobs in order to, let's say, to impress, of course, my potential clients. And
Exactly.
thanks to that, I gained many clients last year, and I'm continuing also this year. And of course, the results are really amazing, I would say.
And I'm replying to the messages in the chat. That's why you're seeing me, writing. People are asking things. So the last question someone asked, and I would really love also to know your opinion. I have answered that question, but what's your opinion? The question is, does the ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system go through the whole sales process, not just lead generation, but follow up as well? I mentioned that people that I work with, they're able, to book sales and to close deals during the program. So I assume that if you're able, to close deals and to get sales during the program, most probably it really works. But what's your opinion on that?
Yes, because during the mentoring, you have the accountability, and of course, you have a great network of colleagues who probably have the same problems as you, even if we have different language combinations and different specialization. We live in different countries and so on. We target different markets. But there are so many points in common that you can share with other colleagues, and you get support from them. You can always, get some nice ideas, nice tips, and yes,
and
of course.
you work together. I know that you exchange, services or you collaborations and so on. So I know that this also happens. So, yeah.
Yes, I started giving also some jobs to these colleagues because I trust them. We get to know each other during the program, and yes, so it was also very, very useful from this point of view.
And many of you, I think, in the testimonials that you gave me, that the best, feature of the program was the community. And the actual round that just completed right now, Ileana, that you were not a member, of course, you are a previous round member. They told me that they were surprised by the quality of the group and the people, and that there was no competition at all, that everyone was helping each other. And, it's different to myself to describe that. That's something that I think all of the people, they've written that in their, feedback form. Is it something that you can relate as well?
Yes, because all the people get empowered, and probably also the most shy ones or the ones who speak less can have benefits from that, and really the atmosphere is amazing. So I would definitely recommend it. So
Since
it's really useful for me, because every translator or interpreter thinks to be alone in the world, but it's not this way. So you can reach a wonderful community, and you can stay in touch. So with some of them, we share, for example, Easter wishes or Christmas wishes, and so sometimes we, you can always count on a network of qualified colleagues, and you can always refer somebody, and it's really useful, so.
Amazing. Is there anything else you would like to share before I ask you for your experience in the annual alumni? Is there anything else you would like to share spontaneously, something that I didn't ask you?
Well, it is not a course, but being a mentoring program, everybody is, let's say, is followed according to his or her needs, and so you will for sure get results because once you have the targeted messages, and you know the process, how to do the follow-up, and so on. So you get into the you get more deeper into things, and it is easier to to follow all the process, and then you get more confident in it, and yes.
Ileana, I think that's also one of the reasons, I might guess, that's made you join the annual alumni is the fact that you get ongoing support, because you get deeper and deeper in the process. So it means that you excel, the things that you've learned, and you would like, to take it a step further. So I think also that would be one reason to join the alumni, after you complete the 3-month program or later on, because you joined, like, I think a few months later and you didn't join right away, and that's okay. You can take some time off, or you can take, some time to set up the process and then rejoin again. But what was the reason in your case? Okay, that's your personal opinion that made you, for example, to make such a decision, apart of that we love each other, that we really like to work each other. What was, and if the actual structure of the program really meets, your expectations?
Well, for me, the most important thing is to have let's say to have a structured program and to follow a schedule, let's say, because each month we have a monthly challenge, and yes, and the fact that you can also count on specialized colleagues, you can share opinions, and yes, so for me it's a sort of continuous support, and yes, in order to even to grow and to grow every day, because sometimes probably you reach your level, and in order to go deeper and to find always new things, and there are always things that you can improve, and so that's why I decided to join, and it's a decision that I don't regret.
Yeah, and I relate to this, the thing that you mentioned about the program, having specific things to implement. That's, I think, also it's a bit of like we get confused or we don't implement. We're not motivated, even if we know what we need to do. We just need, a community or having, a specific structure, advised, even if we know what we can do, okay? Because many of you mentioned, for example, I know already, you told us what to do. It's different to go and do that alone, because I always reveal, what I teach in my programs, and in general in my free trainings, I think most of the things that I teach also in my paid programs, and I'm pretty generous with the knowledge I share for free. But I don't think that the people who join my paid programs actually join for the modules themselves or the knowledge itself. So last question, because I don't want to hold you long. What would you think, like, for those that they, attend my free masterclasses or courses or challenges, and they tell me, Virginia, it was so much the knowledge, for example, so many things that you've said. So I would prefer to do that alone because I know already what I need to do. You revealed, for example, the formula that you use, so I'm able to do that alone. But that, I think, is a misconception. But what's your opinion to those that they have such,
Well, let's say
way of
let's say in the free master classes, or the free courses that you give for free, of course you get the general idea, and you get some hints, some tips, but you don't have let's say the general vision, the general, I don't know, the general overview. So it's very difficult to reach your goals, because you don't have let's say a specific, for example, you don't have specific target messages, you don't have a precise idea of what your target clients are, and so you need to go deeper. So I don't think that people could do that alone. So I'm really honest about that. I also started at the beginning. So
that's interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yes,
because
many years ago, I started following you, and I watched, for example, the live on the YouTube channel and so on. But yes, there are only hints. You get some information, and it is only theory. Then you have to put it into practice in order to get the results, because otherwise, if you don't put it into practice, yes, of course you get some useful tips, but you don't have the results. So of course you get the general idea, but no, you have to focus yourself during these 12 weeks. And then after that, you will be able to do that alone.
And what I say, and I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong or right, it will take you longer, even if at some point you will be able to see some results of doing things alone without specific feedback, without the accountability, without the motivation, the support, and especially the following up process. You might get some results, but definitely I doubt someone would get to reach like earning 5-figure months like you did alone. And definitely also another reason would be it would take so long. And I've been repeating my own case scenario, which took me 7 years. So yes, you can do it on your own. You can try, but it will take you so long. Instead, you can join a program, which yes, it's an investment. But imagine getting back that investment multiple times, and in a short time period of 6 months, 1 year, which is the maximum, people I work with, they reach their financial goals. And I was surprised, like Ileana, I don't know if I have said that with you, that also, people from your round, like Catherine Lelson, which also is one of my, most success stories, that she was able, to reach 10K months working from home, an introvert without being active, on social media. And now she came back, even if she reached her financial goal, even if, she reached like yourself, 10K months, you joined my annual alumni. Catherine joined my VIP one-to-one program. So even if you see the tangible results, even if you know the know-how, to reach 10K months, you want that support because for some reason you've seen that this helps you, to achieve even better, or you miss, this structured plan that you mentioned. I don't know if that's also relates to you, Ileana.
Yes, of course. So it's the value behind it, and of course, if you think about a company, so you have to invest every year, not only one, because one is it's not enough. So each year you have to grow, and you have to set new goals. Of course, it was I was satisfied when, for example, I got the first clients from the program, but of course, nurturing the relationship and continuing with the process. So I gained much more than that. And yes, so I don't think it's possible to do that alone. So
yeah, and to close this, actually, as a matter of fact, here on your screen, you see, the tangible results of Ileana. That's a short, part of Ileana's generous, testimonial that she gave me to share with you publicly. You see here that she mentions Fully Booked Translator Formula, but actually is a graduate of the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System. And for those that you have joined my programs in the Netherlands, you have joined both. Those programs are really, the sequence or one of the other. And I call them, both of them, Fully Booked Translator Formula. The Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System, I might rename it like Fully Booked Translator Formula using LinkedIn. What do you think, Ileana, isn't it?
Yes, of course, because, during the pandemic, LinkedIn was really an extremely powerful tool in order to get in touch with people. And yes, of course, I mixed both programs because, of course, you need to have some marketing materials in order to get in touch with people and to convince them to get in touch with you and to make them become not only potential clients, but of course real clients that pays you, who pay you for your job. And
amazing. This round of the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System, I have 2 graduates of the Fully Booked Translator Formula who they are joining us. So I assume you would suggest someone who has completed the Fully Booked Translator Formula join the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System, and the other way around. Do you see them as complementary? Would that make sense to someone?
And yes, how do you... So with the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting Formula, of course, you will get even more benefits because you will apply all what you have learned in the previous program. And yes, it is a sort of a second step, I would say, in order to reach your goals.
Yeah, so definitely if you're considering, from the fully booked, I think Valentina and Yolanda, they're going to join, the ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system. So if you're thinking you're a graduate of my fully booked translator formula, reach me out or Ileana and ask us anything that you might, wondering or have questions about if this program will help you or not, because I really insist, I really want to help you. I don't want someone, to join the program and have nothing to learn new. So definitely, if you have questions, reach out to us. Myself, Ileana, she has become an official ambassador of the program officially because she's so generous sharing her experience. So if you have questions, you feel free, to reach out. And thank you so much, Ileana, for your precious time that you so generously give me the whole time. And I really appreciate that. And I think I will be able at some point to give back to you. So thank you so much for being here with me. And now we're going another Italian. We're going to invite Federico, but most probably you know him maybe online. So let's invite Federico and let me know if there is anything you would like to share before we close, Ileana.
No, I absolutely recommend it, and for me it was a complete game changer. And I wish I had this sort of help many years ago. But anyway, so
Exactly.
it's better now than nothing, let's say.
Yeah, definitely. And especially such times that we live here. Imagine for me that it took me 7 years to find out what it works or not. And now people I help, they reach those goals in less than 3 months. And
Yes,
year per year also.
This is the big value, because everything you have experienced during these years, so you get all the experience concentrated in only 3 months. And 3 months compared to 2 years, it's nothing, because if you implement the system and the program every day, of course the results will come. Of course, they don't come overnight, but after 3 or 4 months, or even 5 or 6 months, they will come.
Still though, it's very fast. Still though. So yes, thank you so much, Ileana. We have Federico here. So see you later in our, monthly call in the alumni. So it was a pleasure having you here, and wish you success and all the best. And
thank you so much for inviting me. It's always a pleasure, and bye-bye to everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ileana.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thank you. So we have Federico. Just a second to bring you live. Okay, here is Federico. And let us know, guys, if you have any questions, because we have hello. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Virginia. Hi, everybody.
Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining me live. For those that you don't know you already, I think this is a perfect, and also myself to get to know you better. So if you would like to introduce yourself, your background and your business, and of course, later on, I'm going to ask you, why did you join this program and what do you expect to get out of this?
All right, with pleasure. It's really nice to interact with you now one-to-one, because I always saw you behind the chat or behind the message. So yeah,
exactly.
It's pretty cool.
I invited you. It's always also my pleasure to have you here and to get to know you. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation.
With pleasure. Yeah, so as you can imagine, I'm Italian. My name is Federico, and yes, I actually am based in Berlin. And I am a freelance translator. Actually, I do my freelance work on a side, because I am also a full-time worker in a company. But since my passions since ever, and my goal in the next months would be to be totally depending on being a full freelance translator. This is also why I now would like to speed it up with the process, and of course give it an extra step to my knowledge.
Just to make it clear, would you like, for example, at some point to become like full-time freelancer or creating your own business, or do you see like yourself like having both at some point and then later on maybe? What do you think? What would be your best case scenario?
Well, I would say that in the last 10 years, I worked in companies in marketing, and it was really, really interesting and useful for me, because now I am specializing in marketing translations. So that would have been possible before. But
Ah,
now, since I gained a lot of experience in digital marketing, I would
mhm.
like to focus myself on becoming a total freelance translator, 100%. So this is my goal. Yeah.
Do you have a specific time frame that you would like to achieve that for yourself? Like, do you have any like specific goal, like when?
I don't have a fixed one. I mean, it shall not be 10 years, but now I wanted to take, I wanted to baby step and to learn everything from scratch. And I'm not in a rush. So I would like to take my time, do things properly. And when it will be the best time, it will be the best time. Yeah. So no specific time frame. Yeah. I just
So,
wanted to
yeah.
learn as much as possible in the leanest way.
Great. You know, in the program, we will have this one-to-one session that you got eligible because you signed up with a bonus session. So in the one-to-one session that I offered to the mentees, actually, we will be able to set, you know, a schedule for this, even if, you know, it doesn't have to be that strict and to meet the specific deadlines, at least to have an idea like when you could and what steps they are needed to be taken before you actually take this step for you. And just to make sure, this is a very common, you know, occasion that I meet with several different mentees. Even now in the alumni, we have Lisa, and Lisa, she joined also my 3-month business mentoring program because she would like, you know, to leave her in-house position as a sales representative. She was already sales department because she had the credentials, a degree in translation and conference interpreting, and she was missing, you know, the knowledge and the know-how to actually, you know, become fully booked, find clients, and market yourself as a freelance translator and business owner. So while she was working as an in-house employee, she joined the program like you. And I don't recall if she was part-time or full-time. And actually, we created during the 3 month everything, like I assume we're going to do together for you, for her business, like marketing material behind the scenes. So whenever she's ready to leave one, you know, job to actually start promoting, and that's what we do right now in the alumni. We are adjusting, you know, her online presence, her profiles online, or with material and content to actually target only her own clients for her translation business. Like we create a logo, a brand name, so anything, you know, that has to do with the freelance business and career. Is this something you would be interested in, like branding, a website? Is it something that you have in
Course.
mind? Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So this
let's
is
say that many years ago, with my let's say colleague, we built up one kind of website. We put a lot of efforts and strength in that, but it's something that I don't really use to tackle clients because actually, as I told you, in the last 10 years, I work in many companies and the word of the mouth and LinkedIn were powerful to me because all the clients that I have were coming from former colleagues going to work in some other companies and then appreciating the job. And I also recently decided to do something through LinkedIn, and also that's why I also wanted to have a deeper knowledge and some powerful tools to proper master LinkedIn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I have 2 points from what you already mentioned. First thing, when you create a website, because many of us we think that we're going to create a website that's going to bring us clients. That's not the reality, as you mentioned already. A website on its own, you know, it's not going to bring you clients unless you build a funnel or you invest a lot of money on ads or SEO. So in the long run, you know, to bring you some results. So definitely, you know, yes, I help people to create websites, but it's not, you know, the reason is not because the moment they're going to create a website, they're going to become fully booked. No, that's something you need to forget if you have such an idea in your minds. For those that they are watching us, I'm referring to. And the second thing that you mentioned, which is really interesting, is that you mentioned that LinkedIn already works pretty well for you, which means that you already get some referrals and inbound links. Those are inbound, which means without you doing anything actively, people, they find you, you know, is that correct? Through LinkedIn. Is that what you said?
Yes, exactly. I'm not receiving 10 messages per day. Maybe it's
Okay,
also
yeah.
one per month. But yes, let's say that when they reach out to me, yes, the interesting thing is that they're actively looking for an Italian translator. Yeah. And so
Yeah.
maybe there are some mutual connections that really helps.
Why do I mention that? Because it's really, they think that this program is only for those that they really struggle and they really have no idea about LinkedIn. And also that the fact that you, without, have a specific, I assume, strategy behind your actions on LinkedIn, or you haven't optimized, and correct me if I'm wrong, your LinkedIn profile in a strategical way to attract leads, you still get some results, even though, you have not, you haven't done that the right way or with the help of a professional. Is that correct?
It's correct, and also having the basic membership. I'm not paying for the premium one, or however it's called. Yeah.
So for me, that's really encouraging for those that are watching us, that really LinkedIn really, really works pretty well, even if you have not taken the right steps. So imagine what it can, do for you and your own business if you actually, handle the platform the right way, in favor of your niche and your business. So the last question, which I think everyone would be curious about that, Federico, would be, why, like, since you already get some results, so you already get some inbound leads, so you know more or less how to use LinkedIn, why to join such a program, and why specifically this program, the Ultimate LinkedIn Prospecting System?
Yeah. Well, I have to say that a good friend of mine suggested me following your page. So last year I got really interested, so I started following you. And I remember that maybe just one exact year ago, it was April/May, you were offering like a week program for free on Facebook, and
5-day
every single
5-day challenge.
That's it.
Amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah, had very great results.
So I followed it, and I also was very interested in getting some hints, because of course I knew that it was a kind of first insights, and I also must admit that it was really helpful to me, and I reflected 1 year, and since you also opened again the doors to the program this time, I was already sure to take action and to enroll myself to do it. Yeah, because now I'm also taking this as a summer not challenge, but a summer gift for myself. I wanted to give myself this gift. So this is an investment that I wanted to do for the long term, and I'm also really interested in knowing how to attract clients, but also on how to make the relationship last on the long term. Yeah, so this is my final goal, to establish long-lasting relationship with the clients. Yeah.
Amazing. And would you prefer to get direct clients or agencies as clients using LinkedIn?
I always had direct clients. Yeah, so I would like to keep in on this direction. Yeah.
And also we see Leanne in the comments. Yeah, sorry, you were saying something.
No, I was just saying that I probably had one agency contact in 10 years of activities. So yeah, but I also have more. It's more fascinating to me because, as I mentioned, I am a marketing translator. So whenever I see, for example, my Italian content displaying on social media ads or on offline banners, this is really something really nice to me. So having this contact one-to-one to the direct clients also is more, it's cooler to me, yeah, because you can basically understand their needs. I share my knowledge and my experience, and yeah.
It's more difficult to get direct clients. It's a more challenging, approach rather than getting agencies. So definitely agree with you. And also LinkedIn is a great platform for direct clients. But for those that you would like also to use LinkedIn for agencies, that really works. But I focus a lot on direct clients because direct clients are the most difficult, tough to get. But definitely during the program, for those that they would like to get also agencies, we can create at the same time 2 different strategies. One for becoming fully booked, okay, using LinkedIn with agencies, and a second one for direct clients becoming fully booked, using again LinkedIn prospecting with direct clients. So definitely, okay, I'm with you, Federico, and I agree that yes, direct clients are more interesting, at least in my opinion. But I understand also that starting out colleagues that they don't have your background, like your creativity and your expertise in marketing, they might, feel like they prefer to start with agencies, starting small, and then going for direct clients. Also, this program can help you both directions. And we see Leana Kari in the comments says, "Don't wait, take action." So that was, my if we can say, I have 2 last questions. Like, what would you say, Federico, if you would like to encourage someone who is like sitting on the fence? Because many of you have been sending me that you're interested in the program, but you still need time to reflect. Some of you told me I'm not ready right now. I know this program will help me, but I would prefer, to take it later on, whereas the next round will be in 1 year from now, as Federico mentioned. So I usually run them, on a yearly basis. So what would you tell to those people, having you been through this, if we can say, same situation?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think there is not a generic formula suiting everybody, but everyone
Your
should
opinion.
follow his or her
Yeah.
being. Well, I can speak for myself. I would
Yeah.
say that it is, of course, an investment. So I wanted at first to test it myself. So that's why I last year decided to take part to this weekly challenge, and I could test making my hands dirty and testing a bit, and it was really cool. So I could get my first results, and that was my game changer, and saying I really now want to take part to the proper program, because I also had some hints. I saw that it's getting some results, at least to me, and so I wanted to go on and see how it will be in the future. Yeah.
I remember. Oh, sorry. I remember in this challenge that there were people. I don't recall your results because they were sharing their results that they were able to reach 900% more views on their profile, and those results in a couple of days during those 5 days challenge. They shared those results. So yes, imagine if you can do with a free training, you can achieve 900% more views to your profile. What you can do, consistently creating a strategy and a funnel, a process and system for your business to be able to bring you, on a daily, weekly, depends on you, the frequency, the clients that you wish, imagine. So thank you for, remind me this challenge was amazing. So huge participation, 600 people, I cannot recall, but they got such good results that I was also amazed, seeing in 2 days, getting 900% more views. Amazing. So thank you also for sharing your experience working with me and getting also a few results. But also, I think your story really relates to Ileana's story that just previously mentioned, that also she tried, on her own before she actually buy the program and work with me. But she actually didn't see, the progress, like earning 10K months, doing it on her own. So my opinion would be, if you're really sitting on the fence, if you really have questions, book with me a call or reach out to Ileana or anyone who has already participated in the program and ask them, their opinion, because that's the only way, to get an insider's, view of the things and get, tangible results they have achieved. Because yes, you might be able to see some progress, as Federico said, but if Federico was, if you were, 100% satisfied with the results of a free training, you wouldn't join a paid one. So it's totally different, the approach of a free program and a paid program. And I can attest that, I can sign that off right now, that you cannot reach, the tangible results in terms of numbers, earnings, income with a free program. It's very difficult because you miss the accountability, you miss the ongoing support that you get on a longer, term period that you get in a paid program. That's my opinion, at least, because for me it took me so long to reach my goals, and that's why I've been teaching people either for free, or in paid programs. So it's up to you what results you would like to get. But if I were you, I wouldn't postpone, given that I have the resources, to invest, I wouldn't postpone my success, reaching, my goals for a whole year. If I would be able, to reach them right now, or like in September already, Federico, you will have everything set in 3 months. And I think summer also is a great period, as you said, to make a gift to yourself, like investing in yourself and your personal and professional growth. So Federico, last question. What would you like to be the one thing, if you could get one thing from your participation, okay, in this program, what you would expect, what you would like to have achieved, like from 3 months from now after the program ends?
Sorry, Virginia, my internet connection got lost. Can you repeat the question, please?
It is like,
Thank you
what
very
if
much.
it was one thing, to achieve one thing by your participation in the 3-month program, okay? What would be that one thing that you would love to have achieved for you and your own business, okay, after the participation in this program, like in 3 months from now, let's say?
Well, I would say the total and full confidence in knowing how to use LinkedIn and being independent to take action and reach out to potential clients and get positive responses from them.
So that's, I can guarantee 100%, definitely. This is something I can guarantee from now that you will have achieved. This is something, yes, definitely you will do so. And do you have any kind of questions, since we are here together, something you would like to ask me regarding the program in general, the structure or the content, something you would like to know? Can you hear me?
Well, yes, I heard before that you say that the people graduated. So I was wondering if you're like kind of doing I don't know, a kind of exam, or what do you mean by graduating? Is it just a completion, or is there anything extra to the completion of the course?
To be honest, I was thinking of giving, if that's your question, is it related to any kind of diploma or certificate? Is that correct? Or is it about the actual meaning of the graduate? Can you hear me? Is the sound?
Yeah, the actual meaning, because I personally don't need and don't want a diploma, but just curious when you mention graduating. Yeah.
I try to describe those that they have completed the program with one word. So I cannot find a one word that those that they actually, completed the program. They were started, they completed. Could you find another term to describe those that they have already, been there, done that, and completed the program with one word?
No, I would say yes. Graduating or accomplishing the program, it's okay. But
describe them. There is not one word for the person. Like accomplish is the best word. Yes, accomplish is the best word, but there's not one word to describe the person. Like accomplisher, no. So I use the graduates to divide, to distinguish the people who already, been there, who already done that successfully, completing it, being active. And then, they might, continue in any other, alumni or any other type of mentoring program working with me. And that's why I call them graduates, because they go through the whole process. They've been, working 3 months with me. Some of them, they have asked me, for a certificate or a diploma. Some people, they need it or they want it. So for me, yes, it's a whole, even if I don't call it a course, it's a 3-month, definitely implementation program that takes you from A to Z, that you get tangible results, that you follow specific modules and content, because the content is structured, because it's a group program, it needs to be structured in such a way. But the difference is that I tailor the content. Even if there is a specific structure, we tailor the content according, to your replies to the onboarding form that you're going to receive later this month, all of you. So keep an eye to your emails. There will be an onboarding form. So that's how I try to describe those that they have been there, done that, and they were able to complete successfully, the program. But I'm open to suggestions about the term. If this is not clear, I'm open to suggestions. Federico, it's such a pleasure to have you. welcome on board. I bet that it will be an eye-opening, 3 months period. And as I say always, you won't realize how fast the time passes. It will fly. You won't even remember when we started, the moment that we will end, because every week you will get so many new things that it will keep you occupied. And that's also the feeling most of the people that I work with, they get. So they actually, finalize the program, and we reach, I don't know, the week 10 or 11. The program is for 12 weeks, and they haven't even realized when was the week that we started. So I hope that you will have the same feeling. And I'm here to help you. So use the email if you need anything, extra, if you have any kind of questions. And you're going to receive 2 emails later this month, as soon as I have the full number of participants in the program. Any other questions? Something you would like to ask me since you have me here?
Yeah, now that you mention it, what is the max amount of people taking part to the program? Yeah.
Yeah, I've reached 20 people. That was the maximum, but I usually divide that in order to have, smaller people. The maximum I've seen 13 to 15 people was that I ran at the same time. But what's really, really interesting? It has people, they are afraid that the more people they get in the program, they will lose support. They will miss some kind of support because there are many people. But what I've seen, working also with the 4 or 5, people groups, small groups, or 13, as I told you, 15 people, which are larger. The larger group has so much more interesting in terms of the international community. Imagine that the last round that ended last month, we have had people from, 1 person from Miami, 1 person from California, 1 from Halifax, 1 from Montreal, 2 from New York, 1 from Colombia. Then we had UK, Germany, France, Italy, Poland, Norway. So imagine people giving you different aspects of the economy, of the markets, the same market, from different places around the world. And you will be surprised that even people like that you might consider from better economies, I don't know, New York, California, Miami, they still, face the same, challenges as you do here based in the European market. And that's for me really, really encouraging, because you get so much help and motivation and inspiration from being in such a group program, having, so different stories, backgrounds, places, countries, stories to share. That's a difference that I see as the best benefits in comparison to a smaller group program or to one-to-one, where we would work, on a one-to-one basis. But did I answer your question? Would you like me to?
Yeah, fully. Yeah.
Great.
So
Anything
looking
else?
forward to meeting my new colleagues.
Yeah, because already I think the answers that I'm giving to you and your questions might be also other people's questions. So I think by answering your questions, we're answering, other people that they are watching us, or they are going to watch the replay questions. So I think that's really interesting that you ask me such questions here, because we answer, I think, most people and participants' questions such a way. So I would be open if you have any more questions to answer them right now.
I'm fine for now. Thank you, Virginia.
Great. So that was Federico, Italian translator based in Berlin. He joined this program to leave the in-house position, to become full-time freelancer, to build his own business in marketing, translation, and getting direct clients on a daily basis using LinkedIn. So thank you so much, Federico. Such a pleasure having you, and I can't wait to start working with you in June.
Yeah, was a pleasure for me as well. Have a very nice one. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Federico. Have a great rest of the day, and see you soon. Stay tuned, and okay, watch your emails.
All right.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. So that was it for today. Thank you, all of you, that you joined us live through LinkedIn, the Facebook group, the YouTube channel. You were here live. I see your questions. I will follow up in a written format. Stay tuned for tomorrow's live. We're going to have new participants, more new participants, okay? And previous rounds participants, as I call them, graduates. So stay tuned. And if you're watching the replay, use the hashtag replay, tag me if you're having me in any of the social media networks, so for me to get back to you and give you answers to any kind of questions that we didn't answer during this live. So the ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system Q&A call has come to an end. I've been like 1.5 hours live with you. I initially answered all of your frequently asked questions. Then we have had Ileana Kari, who is the only person who has been through all of my programs, 3-month program and the alumni annual one. She's a member already. And then we had Federico, one of the first participants, already 5 spots gone. So if you're considering, creating a system for your business, language business, okay, there is interpreter, translator, transcreator, localization expert, copywriter that you would like to create a system and a formula, okay, to bring you on a daily basis, weekly basis, high quality clients, either agencies or direct, who are willing to pay your rates, who share the same values with you, and you don't need, time-consuming processes that take too long to bring you results, then this program is for you, because we are going to create a system for you. By spending only 10 minutes per day, as Ileana mentioned previously, you will be able, to get high-end clients coming back to you, to your business, on a daily basis. So this is the ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system. For me, it's the fully booked translator formula using LinkedIn, okay? It's the same structured program. So feel free to book a call with me. If you still have questions, send me an email at info@vmentoring.com. If you cannot find any slot available, no strings attached, okay? And feel free, if you watch the replay, use the hashtag replay, tag me, and say in the chat if you have any different questions that we didn't answer. Tomorrow, we're going live again with new participants at 5 p.m. Central European Time, again, in the Facebook group where the masterclass, okay, took place. So see you tomorrow. Visit the events section of our Facebook group, click gong so as to receive notifications, and join me live tomorrow. I'm going to share with you the 10K framework, how people I work with, they're able to reach 10K months. Thank you so much for joining us live. So if you have more questions, use the chat below. I will get back to you answering them. Thank you, all of you that you joined me here live, and you have been with me for 1 hour and a half. Tomorrow, more insights, more details about how the program works. And again, on Wednesday, again, 5 p.m. Central European Time, join me live, okay, so as you to be able to take the most out of this, gain knowledge, find out what is the ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system, why it is for you if you're a language professional, how it is structured, what are the benefits that you can get, and tangible results. I'm going to share, again, success stories from people who joined the program and were able, to reach 5-figure months, becoming fully booked, build profitable, businesses, no matter where they're based in the world and no matter what is their language combination and specialization. So if you still have questions, definitely recommend you book a call with me. I would really love to meet you, okay? Meet you online. And of course, send me an email and I will reply to those emails personally. You still have time until Thursday because the actual, period enroll ends this Thursday, May 19th, okay? Because then we need to prepare the program and start June 6th. Happy to have you here, all. If you're watching the replay, okay, say hello, raise your hand, ask any kind of questions you might have in the chat, or book a call with me or send me an email. See you soon. See you in the group. Bye for now.